They say Vox Populi Vox Dei, meaning the voice of the people is the voice of God. Just the same way as they say leaders are put into office by God. Indeed, God uses people to elect their leaders. But again, you can ask yourself, what if a leader turns out to be not that person that the people thought he or she was? Welcome to my take, and today we are going to talk about the demonstrations, street protests that have been witnessed in most parts of the country, and particularly in the seat of power, that is Nairobi. And before that, if you're watching this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Philip Etale. Press the like button and then share the video. The whole of Tuesday, Nairobi's Central Business District was a no-go zone. It was a battleground between protesters of the Anti-Finance Bill 2024 and police officers. And police came dressed for the occasion. And I think they like it that way. In full combat gear, tear gas canisters, guns, water cannons, and all manner of toys, any movable toy that can be found within the precincts of a police station or the armor of the police. Everything was deployed into the streets of Nairobi. And this was informed by the declaration by Kenyans who said they are not happy with the content that is in the Finance Bill 2024. The Finance Bill 2024 has been a thorn in the flesh of Kenyans for a long time.
You are using guns. Even these guns is our money that is using to undermine us. So please, we are not begging. We want Ruto to listen and to hear this one. We are not begging Ruto and his cabinet ministers, even our MPs that are ready to vote on this bill should listen very carefully that we are not begging them. Let them, yes, I think they are listening, and that's all. Thank you.
Time has come for it to be presented in Parliament in readiness for debate and subsequent approval or rejection by Parliament. Now, Finance Bill 2024 is more draconian than even the Finance Bill 2023. Finance Bill 2023 was forced down the throats of Kenyans, despite the hue and cry for majority of Kenyans who said that bill wasn't suitable for the nation. Now this one, I think the drafters of the bill who sit in the executive might have thought that it will just sail through as easily as it did last year in 2023. But Kenyans are not Kenyans of yesterday. Kenyans continue to get new ideas by day. And now, they have decided that enough is enough and that they are not going to allow this finance bill to go through in its original form. So today morning, even as protesters were engaged in running battles with police officers within the CBD and even out in the outskirts of Nairobi CBD, the Kenya Kwanza administration held a meeting with members of parliament allied to that wing, and they discussed a number of issues concerning what Kenyans have been raising. And you remember, just a few days ago, the senator for Narok, Honorable Edama Olekina, twisted on his X account that Parliament always goes out there for public participation, but we don't put into consideration any views that are raised by Kenyans. So Kenyans knew this is exactly what has been happening, because for the last 2 weeks, the Finance Committee of Parliament of the National Assembly, chaired by the MP for Molo, Mr. Kuria Kimani, went across the country collecting views from members of the public on this finance bill, ostensibly to hoodwink Kenyans that indeed we are capturing your thinking. But going by the tweet, which was posted by Honorable Edama Olekina, and indeed it's true that this public participation exercise is just a PR exercise, public relation exercise, to make people feel good that, oh, we sat down with members of parliament, we gave out our thoughts, and then you go home, you're happy, you've done something. So that is why Kenyans are saying the Finance Bill 2024 is not suitable for this country, because the economy is not doing well, and you want to milk from this struggling Kenyan more and more. Even the little thing that he has in the pocket, you want to take it away from them. And Kenyans are saying this is going beyond now. Yani unavuka mupaka. And kuvuka mupaka means Kenyans may decide now, let us just go and pour out our frustrations on the streets, so whoever cares to listen will listen. During the PG at State House Tuesday morning, they came out with a number of issues, saying that they have decided to drop these and that and these from the draft bill. But that's not enough. You may drop this, but remember, the budget estimates were presented in Parliament on Thursday last week. And in every budget, there are itemized issues that need to be financed. Everything. This is just an estimate. We are estimating that this is what is going to cost to fund this particular project. This is what is going to fund the development expenditure, the recurrent expenditure, and all, what have you. Now, if you are saying that you have proposed amendments to the finance bill, how are you going to recoup the deficit? Where are you going to get the money to fund this budget? Because now the budget is there. It is in some amount of trillions. So how are you going to finance this budget? Because finance bill allows the taxpayer, the taxman, to go out there to collect taxes from Kenyans. So I think that is just hot air, something that is aimed at hoodwinking Kenyans and telling them, we have tried to listen to you and this is what you have decided to do. Kenyans will remain woke. And let me tell those in Parliament that, they have to scrutinize this finance bill. Members of Parliament have to go through clause by clause to see where there's anything hidden that can squeeze Kenyans against the wall. We need Kenyans to be freed of these high taxes and make Kenya a country that people can live in a manner that they will be happy and be able to contribute to the growth of this nation. So what am I trying to say? The street protests were just an expression by Kenyans that they are tired. And the songs and chanting by these protesters tell that something is wrong somewhere. That not all is good, as people may want us to believe. I watched on News Citizen Television an exclusive interview last night of the National Assembly Majority Whip saying, numbers don't lie. This is a language that they've always used before they pass these draconian bills and motions. Numbers don't lie. That talk alone is what caused Kenyans to pour out in the streets to demonstrate. The executive arrogance that is exuded by those in power is so incriminating, demeaning, and that Kenyans will take it in no more. They want service. They don't want to be intimidated, to be coerced, and to be told how the executive has numbers in Parliament. In any case, Parliament is independent of the executive. Just the same way the judiciary is independent of the legislature and the executive. These three arms of government can only work together, but none of them should interfere with the working of the other. So, for anyone to come out and say, we have numbers, and that numbers don't lie, that is balderdash and it's unacceptable. Kenyans deserve better. Kenyans want a good Kenya where they can live and enjoy, to work and be able to pay taxes that they can afford to give. Because at the end of the day, it's Kenyans to finance this budget. And they will do it, but don't force them. Don't squeeze them. Don't milk them. Just make it easier for them to pay taxes without intimidation and using the numbers that you have to do what you want to do. That is my take.